10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Red Raiders will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Flips it out to the back. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Wide open downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense, David.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They just keep firing. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Give to the running back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score. They get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. At the 45 on its way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The play action fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. To the air, it's Manning. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time, they couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got a man, it's Douglas. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Here we go. Check.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line.
And you lay that directly at the feet of the offensive lineman. If they can't get any push just to get anything positive on a quarterback sneak, that is not a job well done. Defensive line definitely won that battle.
They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last play. They'll have another chance on 3rd and goal from the 1. Fires to the tight end. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive have they looked? Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Baylor proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Bears team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's got room. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Morton. Dances away to buy time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. Moving out to the right. Fires on the move. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll run the screen. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
On the move.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll try the right side. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They'll try the run. And into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A run for the quarterback. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an op. He lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Snagged in the middle, it's Douglas. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Douglas. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Sticky. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offense?
Going for it all. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
This defense has only first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big third down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
It's complete on the right side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Tempo and overdrive. The give is to Williams. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raider!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, Kansas and Missouri once shared a conference. Now all they share is a bunch of hard feelings. Here's how this great rivalry went down today. Kansas proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Jayhawks team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and No chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
There he goes! The 20! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wants to change this route. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Dropping back, it's Morton. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incomplete.
Turning it on! Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Wants to throw again. Extending the play. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Might be changing the route. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Morton. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game, we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense the football.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Morton. Time to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's reeled in. It's Douglas. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Carter. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Morton. Floating away. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He'll take another shot here. Trying to find the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great.
Trying to rumble in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Fighting off the defender. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes a grab for a big play. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap.
Loss of 2. 3rd down coming up.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Manning. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Got his man. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Wants to throw it. Swings it out to the flat. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Running back searching for a hole. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Middle Tennessee is going to enjoy the trip back to Murfreesboro after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Floyd Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Back to pass, it's Morton. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
And what a surprise. The offense will stay on the field to try it yet again on 4th down. 0 for 5 so far. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Unloads it left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Finds his tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll immediately call timeout. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
To the air, it's Morton. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. They'll give it to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Red Raiders in the hurry up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Drop the football, and they'll turn.